everyone. Welcome back to the North American LCS. I'm David Freak Turley, joined here by two of the All-Stars here from Velocity, NK Inc. and Echo. So guys, congratulations on your win. When you came into it from Champion Select, what was your plan?
I don't know. Going in, I just know that I wanted to pick Ari. I wanted to take that away from them, get my revenge, because they did the same last time. So we kind of had a comp in mind, more of like an AoE teamfight comp, and just kind of got the picks we wanted and then just executed perfectly.
Cool. So was Jarvan a big key to that then, of just getting the AoE teamfight together?
We kind of just wanted to run Jarvan Rumble together because it's just really strong for dragon fights, and then even late game it's really good. And then when they kind of picked like Karthus into that, I thought that was kind of silly because Jarvan can kind of zone Karthus off unless he flashes out, and then it's just going to be Karthus sitting on a Rumble ult, not damaging the rest of your team.
So I want to actually ask you about the opposing team's jungle choices, because you're known as a big jungle Evelynn player, as one of the most banned against your team, and then now twice in a row they're picking Evelynn against you. Is that interesting to you at all, or?
I don't know. I just know how to deal with it better than like most other junglers or most other teams, because it's like if you're a really good Evelynn player, then you know how to deal with a really good Evelynn, because you know what counters you. So
for the guys watching at home, what do you do to beat a jungle Evelynn, a good jungle Evelynn?
Well, pink ward behind you is step one. Okay. Because if they come behind you with Shen Eve, you're pretty much screwed. And then the other thing is, like, you want a lot of team fight control abilities like Zyra ult or Jarvan ult, so that they can't really maneuver around the fight and do that much. It kind of zones their carries while they just die, because Eve's not really that tanky.
All right, so let's actually move forward and talk about you guys in the playoff picture. You've got 6 games left in the season. You do have the potential of making the playoffs. Where is your mind state at right now?
As long as it's mathematically possible, we're going to keep giving it a shot. But as soon as it's not mathematically possible, we'll probably try some more interesting stuff. And you might see things reminiscent of the Janna Ezreal thing and just try out stuff.
Why have you guys stopped running that strategy? It seemed so promising before.
A lot of people just figured out how to deal with it, so that was probably the biggest factor there.
But you guys have more. You guys are more playing in the darkness in case you want to try out other crazy things.
Well, of course.
All right, I'm looking forward to that. Not necessarily you guys knocked into the playoffs, but I want to see more crazy things from you guys. They're really interesting to watch. I love seeing you guys' new strategies. So, Echo, I want to talk to you then about joining here on Velocity. You were on Marn. Unfortunately, Marn didn't make it into the split. You're back here partway through. What was that like, sort of rejoining the LCS?
It's a really good feeling to rejoin. I wish it, to be honest, would have stayed with Marn. That way it would have done well. I really enjoyed playing with Marn, but I really enjoy my new team as well. It's been very welcoming, pretty good atmosphere and all that. Let me play the champs that I want. So I'm enjoying it. I'm glad to be back in LCS. I enjoyed the amateur scene and stuff. It's starting to pick up a lot, which it hadn't been more in the past, which is really good. Gives them a lot more practice and all that. But definitely want to be here. So.
Cool. So I want to actually ask you guys a follow-up question about the departure of Vile Rose. If I understand it correctly, you and Evaniscus are the new shot callers. How has it been sort of embracing this new shot calling role out of nowhere?
Well, like before with Vile on the team, I kind of did a lot of like the mid-game stuff where it was like, we'll get this tower, or like this is our level 1, or like we're going to tower dive this guy, or like what our plan was. Like I had the plan, like the groundwork laid out. It was just like, he did more of like we're going to do Baron, or we should push mid, or we should like do all this stuff. So I'm just kind of going, all right, well, we want to get this tower, or we want to win this fight, or like we should go mid because our comp's better than theirs, or try to bait a fight here and then turn it on them. You know, it's just.
Okay. Cool. So a lot of good calls then, of course, for you guys. You won that fight really well strategically as well as on individual play. So last question for you guys. I want to look into the future of Velocity. You guys, you said you're going to keep going for it in case you still have the chance to make it to the playoffs and kind of staying in there. If it does go to relegation, if bad things do happen to you guys, is Velocity sticking together? You're going to make a run at the challenger scene? What's in the future for your team?
We haven't really thought about it yet since it's still mathematically possible. Okay. But as soon as we're out, we'd probably discuss it and decide what we want to do as soon as we know what the future holds, I guess.
All right, well, guys, thank you very much for the interview, and I do hope to see you guys stick around. You guys are an awesome team to watch. You guys pull out some really cool things. So, again, thank you for your time. Good luck in the rest of your matches, and congrats on your win right here. But, guys, we do have more to show you here on the LCS. Jat's going to break down some of the great plays we've had today.
Thank you very much, Freak, and I have 2 clips for you here today. This TSM versus Curse game was very close, and there were multiple teams fights, but this was really the one that decided to swing it. Just pay attention to how far away St. Fish's becomes from the rest of his team and how TSM protects Wild Turtle. Let's roll the clip now at full speed to see how it starts off. St. Fish's flies in with the Ash Arrow. They were calling for this, and he immediately starts bouncing around with Voidboy celebrating. Pause it here. So you can see St. Fish's had one thing on his mind with Voidboy, and that was to just get on top of Wild Turtle. That's exactly what St. Fishes and Voyboy did. But they forgot that the screen is a really big place, and nobody else on Curse could actually follow up with the team. You notice that nobody on TSM had went past the point where St. Fishes and Voyboy dived in. So watch now how Dyrus and the rest of TSM put a bunch of crap in this area that stops Curse from being able to follow through the rest of the team. Let's roll this at half speed to see how it works. Equalizer goes down, X-Special, it's really just the equalizer, as Curse can't get through to support the fight. Pause it here, and we get to see that just because Cop wanted to walk through that huge fiery ground area, he got taken to half health. Meanwhile, TSM was happily dealing with all of Curse and repelling everyone away. Look at this clump of people on top of Wild Turtle. They were really trying to protect his full 6-item and then some build. Let's roll the rest of this at full speed to see how, even though TSM didn't get immediate kills, they completely prevented from Curse from getting them. Just double speed it up here because we saw the long roll down here. Reginald pops his Requiem, it kills Edward, it blobs Saint, and then everyone chases in to finish it off. From there, they took a bunch of control, didn't quite end the game, but that was really the fight where they decided to win. The next fight, though, wasn't really a fight. It was a 1v2 between Doublelift and two adventurous boys here with Psycho Sid and Bloodwater. Let's just roll this at half speed to show how Doublelift dodges every single shock blast and uses his stealth and flash amazingly well. He tumbles out of the brush while stealth. So first off, Vulcan didn't get to see him until he was already out. Then he flashes the crescendo and uses his stealth once again to get farther away from Psycho Sid, so Psycho Sid didn't get any auto attacks with him when he was in melee form. He dodges the next one, and then Bloodwater checks his attack here. He doesn't auto attack all the way through. That might have killed Doublelift. At that point, he was able to finish off Bloodwater and get the double kill. But let's actually back that up just to realize how quickly Doublelift was making these decisions. From the very start of this fight, let's actually just roll it right from here at full speed to see how Doublelift pulled off the 1v2. Clips like this deserve being watched multiple times, again and again. Half speed, full speed, any speed, because you don't frequently see 1v2 straight up out of a brush dodging a bunch of skill shots. So even though COG wasn't able to win that game, that play merited special mention as we move on to the next day of LCS matches. To talk about that, let's send it back to the desk.
Thanks very much, Ja. And with half of Week 8 behind us, we should take a look at the standings. Cloud9 is shockingly still in first place, with Vulcan sitting in second, TSM holding down third.
In fourth place, it's CLG, while Curse and Dignitas are tied for fifth. A half game back from the final playoff spot is Team Coast, with Velocity sitting at 4.5 games off the rest of them.
So coming up tomorrow, we will have 6 more huge games that'll shape the playoff picture and the path to Worlds. The action starts with Curse taking on Cloud9, followed by Team Solo Mid battling Dignitas, and Vulcan facing off against Curse.
After that is Cloud9 versus Velocity Esports, Counterlogic Gaming taking on Team Solo Mid, and Team Coast battling Dignitas.
That all starts Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Central European Summer Time. And remember, if you missed any of today's action, head over to lolesports.com, click on Schedule, and hit the Match Details button below the games you want to watch. And that does it for today's broadcast of the North American League of Legends Championship Series. But be sure to check out the first round of the PAX promotional qualifier produced by Well Played. Check the stream out at twitch.tv/wellplayed. So for myself, Kobe, Jat, and the entire live broadcast crew, GG and thanks for watching.
Fighting you.
Yeah, that's why I'm running.
Now can he walk away? The flash cut! Balls gets it shut down there on a Kiwi Kid.
Got him!
Oh, got him!
Let's go! Let's go!
Well,
Did it! Oh, yeah!
we keep going, yo.
You don't know about these bait mechanics?
You died though.
Edward's gonna fall, double kill for Wild Turtle, and everyone from Curse are falling down. This is gonna be the game. TSM in a grueling battle.
Link!